Good morning, everyone, from Leo and me. Leo's stalking me because he wants a sip of coffee. He's the only dog that I've ever heard of that likes coffee. So if your dog likes that, please let me know. Leo will be here quite a bit because he loves yoga and my mom and I share custody, so he's here a lot. I'm back home after traveling for a few weeks. Well, not traveling, just not being home. Well, a little bit of travel, but it's really nice. I had a great sleep last night in my own bed, feeling well rested. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is taking risks and then how taking risks leads to change. And change is truly the only constant that we have in this life. Our minds change from second to second. Our lives could change forever in a minute. So really just being in the here and now and being in this present moment is so important. And I know, excuse me, I know that that's really hard for people, especially with our uncontrolled minds that are constantly racing. We are only human. So please, when you see these people that are deep in meditation and things like that, just know that they really worked for that, and that takes a lot of practice. And even they aren't, infallible. They, if that's the right word, everybody has their moments. So just remember that whenever you're seeing these Instagram posts and TikToks or whatever it is, just connect with your own self and just try to dive deep within. And then I really think that that's the best that we could do. So anyway, lots of changes have been happening in my life and I've been taking a lot of risks. And that's because I feel finally connected to who I truly am and what my purpose is here. And that is yoga. And, guiding people through it and teaching people that, because it truly has changed my entire life. And so on that note, I got accepted, I got accepted to a 300-hour program. So I'm so excited to get started on that. And that means that this content is going to be getting better and better starting in April. But that was one of the risks that I took. And I truly feel that it is, the right choice for me. So yeah, always making sure when you do take those risks that it is in line with your true purpose and following your intuition, that gut feeling that's telling you that it's right. Because when you do that, manifestation truly happens. I can't believe the opportunities that have been afforded to me since I've been taking risks these past few months in my life and my job and all these things. So I just want to say that I really do believe manifestation is real, and I want to work on that today with connecting with our breath and a little bit of gentle movement in my pajamas. So I figured this morning I just kind of woke up and felt like doing this. So I hope you enjoy. All right, we'll get started. So you're just going to need today, we'll just do 2 blocks. And if you have a bolster, that's great just to have handy just in case. And a bolster could also be a big couch cushion. And yes, I'm one of those people that drinks coffee before yoga because I really don't recommend it, but we're only human. So yes, I need it as soon as I wake up. So cheers. All right. Just get seated in a comfortable seat, and then you could sit at the edge of a bolster or a block or even an edge of a folded blanket. And what this does is it tilts your pelvis forward and brings your spine to a proper alignment. Your head and crown of the head is towards the sky. Spine is nice and long. And then just find your hands in a comfortable placement. Hands up is really receiving. Hands down is really grounding. And just begin to settle into your space. I've created this beautiful little yoga studio in my house, and it's getting better and better. And I'm really loving it. I feel so good in here. So I hope you have that same space. that you can really just begin to settle in and quiet the mind. Take a few moments to acknowledge the natural rhythm of your breath. Noticing if it's shallow or deep, where it touches the nose as you inhale, and the parts of the body that compress with the exhale. Feel the areas of the body that might be a little bit tense since you just woke up. Or maybe you're taking this during the day, whatever it is, just notice. And then begin to connect with something you'd like to change in your life for the positive. Something that you'd like to leave behind, or maybe something you'd like to move towards. And breathe that down into your heart. And as you exhale, release any of those ideas or thoughts or anything that is in the way of that change. Really understanding why that block is there. Is it fear of rejection, low self-worth, or whatever it is? Just really acknowledge that and understand the why. That might take a little time, so you can always come back to this breath to start to dive deeper within. But for now, just bring one block to mind and just really truly breathe it away, this obstacle that is really just only in your mind. You deserve the change and the risks that you want in your life. This is your life. And then I'm going to teach you alternate nostril breathing, which is pretty interesting, and it really is good for anxiety and calming the body and mind down. You'll take your pointer and middle finger and bring them to your third eye, which is the space right in between your brows. Maybe give it a gentle massage. See how that feels. And then when you're ready, block off the right nostril with your thumb and take an inhale through your left nostril. Block your left nostril and then let the air release out of your right. Breathe back in through your right. Block it off and let it out on the other side, on the left side. Back in through the left. Block it off and exhale through the right nostril. And then back in through the right. And just continue to do this for the next little bit of time. Really feeling the energy coming from side to side of the body, creating balance in the mind. And make sure these breaths are nice and slow. I was doing it a little bit too fast before. Take it nice and slow and deep. And start to feel the body soften. Start to feel that release in the heart. And keeping the eyes closed, just enjoy this breath. With the exhale, releasing obstacles, fears, anxieties. Leave anything about the future behind. Because it's going to change. And when you've released on the left side, just bring your hands in your lap. And then close your eyes again. Bring that intention or intention or change you'd like to make to the forefront of your mind. Bring it right to the mind's eye and bring it to your awareness and breathe it down into your entire body, taking a nice long inhale, the longest one of the day so far. And just sigh it out. Release, let it all go. The beauty of this home practice is you could be as loud or weird as you want. There's no judgment, especially of the self. You better not. And then breathe in again, taking this 4 more times to really relax the body. Today, really focusing on the breath and how it can be used as a tool to calm you down, to let things go, and really to connect to the divine within. And when you're ready, come back to this present moment. Open your eyes with a soft gaze. Feel gratitude in the heart for the self. And a knowing inside that you can take these risks and make these changes that you want for your life. And then we'll just do a little bit of gentle movement to get the body going. Opening up and creating space to invite in only the good. So just come off whatever you're sitting on. Move things to the side. Sitting in this comfortable seat, if you've been sitting for a long time, switch your legs. Well, you have been. So switch your legs to whichever one was on top, put it on the bottom. Take a deep inhale in and reach your arms up to the sky. Really feel your spine elongate, the crown of your head. Everything is reaching. Drop your shoulders down. Bring your left hand down to the ground. And then begin to create circles with this arm. If you have any shoulder problems, take it really slow or just don't do it at all. If you do have that, a little modification you could do is just to hold on to the side like this. But if not, just circling around, come back the other way. Opening up the shoulder joint, giving a little massage in there. I do have a problem with this shoulder, so it might look kind of weird. So just follow your own body. Just a few more times coming around. Make sure to stay connected to the breath. And then come back to center, come back to alignment, sit up straight. Inhale those arms back up to the sky. Drop your right hand down and then you come over to the side just a little bit to rotate this shoulder. Breathe into this part of the body that you're moving around and exhale any tension or stiffness. Oh man, mine is cracking. And then come back around the other way. And then come back to center. Bring your left leg out, switch. Bring your right leg out, right leg in, left leg out to this half butterfly position. And then inhale your arms back up to the sky. Drop this left arm down and on the exhale, come down a few inches. Inhale to rise up. On the exhale, a few more inches. Inhale to rise, and this time coming to the full pose over your head. Breathe down into this right side of the body, this lateral side stretch and half butterfly. It's opening up the rib cage and this whole right side body. Breathe down from the fingertips into the hip. And then feel that breath rising up through the body and coming out the crown of the head and fingertips. You're a guide for your own breath, so send it wherever you need it. And then on this next inhale, begin to rise back up. Drop this right hand down. And then inhale your arms back up to the sky. This time, exhale a few inches forward. Don't rise back up this time. Inhale, come down a few more inches. Inhale, come down a few more inches, dropping your arms down. This would be a great place for blocks if you can't come all the way down without crouching your back. You really want your spine to be nice and long. So finding if you have to be here, here, but if you can come into the full variation of the pose, that's great. And just breathe down. Drop your shoulder blades away from your ears. Notice the sensations of the body as they stretch and open up wide. Breathing in love for the self. Exhaling those obstacles of the mind. Soften your heart towards the earth. Just a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, coming up onto your fingertips and walking yourself up one vertebrae at a time until you come back up nice and straight and long, coming back to alignment. Bring this left leg in now, and your right leg comes out to the side. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Drop your right hand down, come over the left a few inches, come over to the right, sorry. Inhale to rise, inviting in this watery energy as we flow and move with the breath. Exhale a few more inches. Inhale to rise. Exhale, coming to the full shape. Opening up now this left side body, feeling the rib cage expand. This is great for digestion and also to just help the organs to do their jobs, creating space for them. Especially that we're always crouched over our phones and things. This is just a great way to open up everything. Make sure your hand and palm is open nice and wide. No passive stretching. Your arm is activated over your head. Just a few more breaths. Notice the sensations of the body opening up nice and wide. On your next inhale, begin to rise back up. Drop this left hand down. And then inhale your arms back up to the sky. On the exhale, forward a few inches. Inhale, come a little further down with the exhale. And on this last exhale, a full release down towards the earth. Honor your body. Make sure you're not going too far. And breathe. Relax the space between the brows and the jaw and the face. Surrendering everything towards the earth, your heart and head. This is half butterfly forward fold, if anybody wanted to know. If you're new to yoga, I'm excited because this is a really great way to start. We're just inviting in some gentle movement here. So I will tell you the names of the poses in my classes so you'll get to know them a little more. And if you're a veteran just coming back to the practice or someone who practices every day, I'm so happy you're here. Just take a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, begin to rise up. Bring your legs out nice and long in front of you and just shake them out. Roll the ankles and just begin to tap the legs, bringing circulation, especially after we sleep, allowing the blood flow, tapping all the way up and down the leg. You can do it with fists or fingertips or palms, whatever feels good for you. Great. And now we're going to come over to all fours. Beginning to flow with the breath. Tie the hair back. Oh, Leo is right in the way. Okay. All right, I'll go next to you. Okay. I'm sorry, Leo, you gotta scoot. Okay. I'm going with Leo today. He's just wants to be a part of it. Okay. So finding your cat-cow. Hey, this is real life. Your shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over the knees. As you inhale, begin to arch the back, bring the navel towards the ground, curl the toes, and bring the crown of the head to the sky, opening up your chest nice and wide as you inhale. On the exhale, push into the ground, pull your pelvis towards you, uncurl the toes, bring the chin to the chest, and arch your back round your back like a cat. Feeling your shoulders open up wide here. Inhaling to rise up for cow. On the exhale for cat. And then begin to flow with the natural rhythm of your breath. Coming into cat-cow. Making sure to breathe though. And then when you're ready, come to a pause. Just sway from side to side, opening up the hips. Leo really never does this. He's just very loving today for some reason. He wants attention. I'm going to turn around. Okay. In honor of Leo's love, we'll come into puppy pose. So coming back to center in this neutral spine of tabletop. Begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Just a few, like a foot or so. And then begin to draw your chest and heart down towards the earth, coming onto your forearms for puppy pose. So your knees and booty, your booty's up in the air, your knees are straight, or legs, and just drawing your heart towards the earth. This is also called melting heart, so just melt that heart towards Mother Earth. Feel the ground underneath you and breathe. If it's hard to take deep breaths here, just making sure you're taking gentle sips of air. On your next inhale, rising back up, walk your hands towards your body. Come back to this neutral spine. Bring your big toes to touch. Your knees spread open as wide as the mat, and then push back to child's pose. Bring your heart towards the earth, head, arms are out wide in front of you. This is a great time in this resting pose to connect back to your intention, back to that change you'd like to make. And breathe it down into your heart and take that audible sigh to release those blockages that your mind is creating. Knowing that you have the power to follow your true path, to create the life that you want to live. Sometimes making changes is really hard. It might hurt other people. But you have to follow your true path. I also believe that when you follow your true purpose, you're giving so much to this world. It's what you were born to do. On your next inhale, begin to rise back up. And this is where our blocks come in. You're going to set up. So one block is long towards your body. I think we did this in one of my other videos. Facing you at this top height, nice and long. And then this one comes behind it perpendicular on the same height. Leo seriously never does this, so he's just loving this yoga, I guess, today. All right. So then you're going to sit with your back towards the blocks. Oh, a little downward dog. Thanks, Leo. Okay. So sit with your back to the blocks, and then you're going to gently lower yourself down so that the blocks are in between your shoulder blades. The end of the block is at the end of your shoulders. And then lower yourself down eventually till your head finds this other block. And then just maneuver your way around to make sure that you're comfortable. Never any pinching or anything like that. You want this to be along your spine, in between the shoulders, so you're opening up your heart space. This is called heart bench. One of my favorites. And your hands come out by your sides with your palms facing up, receiving this beautiful energy that you're creating. And make sure to breathe, maybe taking a nice big breath in with that audible sigh to really surrender onto the blocks. Allow this compression to take place as it pushes your heart space forward. Opening up your chest and heart, inviting in all this good energy and inviting in this change. This risk that you'd like to take. Feeling strength in your heart and soul that you can do it. And also, if this change or risk doesn't work out in your favor, at least you tried. If you'd like to bring your soles of your feet together for a supine butterfly shape, that can feel nice. It also opens up the hips as you're opening up your heart. Just close your eyes and settle in. Come to this present moment with the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. In these times of stillness, noticing the thoughts that arise, feeling the emotions that bubble up to the surface, and feeling them fully before letting them go. Pushing our feelings deep down never works. You've got to feel and accept. Just enjoy this shape for a few more breaths. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper onto the block with your exhale, feeling this chest and heart open up so wide, unlocking your heart chakras. And when you're ready, just bring your hands onto the earth and then push yourself up just a few inches, so much so that you can remove the blocks from underneath you. Bring them over to the side. And then very slowly and mindfully lowering yourself all the way down onto your back. Feeling the sensations that you feel as your back touches the ground. Lengthen your legs out long if they were in supine butterfly. Notice this length of your spine as you lay here in full, not prostration. I have to look that up. And just breathe. Bend your knees and bring them as wide as the mat. Bring the soles of the foot as wide as the mat. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, draw your legs over to the left. Inhale, bring them back up to center. On the exhale, over to the right. So you're windshield wipering your legs, but you're following the rhythm of your breath, taking it nice and slow. This gentle wringing out of the spine as you move from side to side, inviting in spaciousness in the back, enacting all the nerves. Inviting in movement and fluidity, which we also need in the mind if we're going to make some changes. Your mind needs to flow with what's going on. A non-attachment to the outcome, a parigraha, non-attachment to anything in this life. It's really hard to do. On your next inhale, pausing here with your legs, with your knees bent. Bring the soles of the feet a little closer to you. Bring your hands to the ground, palms facing down, and reach for your heels. Make sure that a block is handy too. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. And on your next inhale, come up a few inches. On the exhale, release. Feel the lower back as it touches the ground. Inhale, pushing into your feet, coming up just a few more inches. Exhale to release. On this next inhale, pushing up, finding that block, and taking it on the lowest height, unless you've done this before and want to go higher. But for now, if it's your first time, taking it on the lowest height, that flat part, and finding that your sacrum, which is that little space between your tush and your lower back, that's flat. And making sure, again, that there's never any pinching or anything like that when you're using blocks. You want this compression to feel good. And then bringing your arms by your side. Notice this feeling. And if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can lengthen your legs out nice and long. Feeling your sacral and root chakra being pushed up towards the sky. This is an area of creativity and inspiration, but also a lot of emotion. So just notice what comes up. Don't push it away right away. Let yourself feel it. Accept and understand why you're feeling this. And then just breathe it away, coming back to this present moment with the breath. You might have a ton of these thoughts or feelings that are coming up. So just allow yourself to feel. Soften your body towards the earth as this block pushes upwards. Allow the block to do the work, not yourself. Breathe in the strength you need to make this change, to take this risk. You truly have the power inside to choose your own life. No matter what you have to leave behind, if it's friends or anyone that's no longer serving you or that is holding you down, you need to let go. They can be in your life, but not always. And if you want to fully let people go, then that is up to you. But just connecting to this divine purpose inside and feeling and knowing that change or risk you need to take or change you need to make. On your next inhale, begin to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Come up just so much so that you can remove the block from under you, and then lower all the way down with an exhale, feeling all the feelings and sensations as your back gently touches the earth. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, and just finding that windshield wiper again. This is to bring your spine back to alignment after such a deep back bend like that. You never really want to, people tend to bring us right into hugging the knees to the chest, but that can create a really big shock to the body. So you always want to come back to alignment. And then bring those knees back to center. Lengthen your left leg out nice and long. Hug this right knee into the chest, really giving it a nice squeeze, and breathe. Breathe down into the hip, to the lower back. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, scoot your hips over to the right and then draw this leg over the body. If you need to find a block to be comfortable, please do so. But bring your arms out to a T shape or cactus, and the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Make sure both your shoulders are on the ground. The only thing that's really off the ground is this right hip and lower back. And close your eyes and just feel the parts of the body that are opening up with each stretch. Feel gratitude in the heart for your able body that is here today. You woke up this morning, you were able to get out of bed, and now you're able to do yoga, which some people can't say. So feel gratitude for this life. Just a few more breaths. On your next inhale, drawing the legs towards the sky. Lengthen your right leg out to meet the left. Did I say left to meet the left? Your right leg to meet the left, and just enjoy this stretch for a moment. And then on your next inhale, begin to bend this left knee, bringing this towards your chest, pulling it down towards the earth and towards your body. Really giving it a nice squeeze. Breathe down into this hip. With an exhale, a release of tension and stiffness in the mind and body. Knowing that you can do it. No, I can't do it. Here. Take a nice big breath in. Scoot your hips over to the left as you draw this leg over your body towards the right. Your arms come out to that T shape again. And if you need to find that block, find it here. But if you are in the full pose, that's great, and just breathe. But also if you have the props, it's great. Everything is great. You're here and you're doing yoga, so no matter what, that's amazing. And gaze over this left shoulder and just feel this ringing out of the spine on the other side. Maybe it feels different than the other side of the body, which is totally okay. Taking that sigh breath whenever you need. Just a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, drawing that left leg to the sky. Bring your right leg to meet it. Come to your breath with your knees bent. And then when you're ready, reaching for the outside arches, bend your knees towards you, reach for the outside arches of your feet and just rock from side to side. You're in happy baby. All these happy babies, they know it's good. They're just living life, being jolly. And I always ask myself, when did that change? Let's invite in this baby energy, learning this world. Everything is new to them. So awesome. And then when you're ready, making your way into your final Shavasana, which is corpse pose. So I feel like we could come up with a different name for that. But just lengthen your legs out nice and long. Unless you want to bend your knees and bring them over a bolster, a couch cushion. Even if you want to bring your legs up the wall, that could feel really good. Next week we'll do that. And then just bring your arms by your sides and just enjoying these last few moments of time that you're taking for yourself. Surrender towards the earth, knowing that you're safe. She's here to hold you. And just breathe, coming back to that natural rhythm of the breath that you started with today. Feeling the body rise and fall. It softens as you exhale towards the earth. Sometimes this is the hardest pose for some people, to just be still. So if that's you, just count the inhale for 1 and the exhale for 2. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. Or you can count up to 10 if you'd like and then start over. Just finding whatever's best for you to connect within as you breathe and settle in. Just close the eyes and be here now. Begin to come back to the awareness of the body, this beautiful body and mind. Take 3 of those deep inhales with the audible sigh to really fully release anything you'd like to leave here. Let it float away into this beautiful day that we have here. I hear the birds singing, the sun is shining. That alone can be what makes us have a good day. I'm grateful for that today. And after that 3rd exhale, just beginning to come to a fetal position on either side of the body. Maybe the right, since it's the morning, maybe for you. If not, the left. The right's a little more energizing, left is a little more soothing and cooling and relaxing. And just taking a few moments here to notice the effects of the practice. Maybe you're a little bit more open. If you got any good out of today's practice, feel grateful. Maybe it was hard for you, but you're trying, and that is awesome. When you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed along the way, come up to a comfortable seat facing forward. Bring your hands with your palms on top of your knees, facing up, receiving this energy. And if your eyes aren't closed, just close them. Coming to the natural rhythm of the breath. Pour your attention into your still body. Gather your awareness behind your breath. Turn up the volume of receptivity, openness, and acceptance. Feel a deep sense of release, wholeness, and peace. Drop into your energetic and physical heart space in the chest. Now move your attention slightly to the right of your breastbone. Here lies Hridaya, the spiritual heart. From the cave of the heart, what quality would you like to embody for today? What change would you like to make in your life? Listen while the heart speaks to you. It could be kindness, compassion, or a willingness to love more openly and fully. And this can be for yourself. As you embody this quality, let it saturate your being. Be present to yourself, for yourself, just as you are. Bring your hands to heart center, bow your head, and thank yourself for showing up today. And the power and strength inside of me to make these changes honors and sees that power and strength in you. Take control of your life by making the changes that are right for you, following your divine purpose, and following your intuition along the way. I thank you so much for being here with me. I really actually am starting to love doing these videos, even as silly and awkward as they are, with Leo running around and being crazy. And, you know, this is just life, and I'm always going to be real with all of you. And that's it. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you liked this, please share, subscribe, do all those things. And then if you'd like to practice live with me, I have classes on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays virtually. And you can find that schedule on my Instagrams at Kelsey Grace with a Y, Grayce, and then also at Kelsey Grace Wellness. So I hope to see you there. They're all donation based, so you really just give what you can. And yeah, so we'll see you next time. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Say bye to Leo because he's so crazy. He needs attention. Bye, Leo. Have a good day.